are encouraging our listeners to donate to our individual teams. That's right. Please go to WABC.
Time. Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? On to the next one.
Let's never forget America's heroes and what they do for us. That's WABCRadio.com/walk. Click on My Handsome Picture and donate today. Every dollar helps. Known popularly as the Rush Hour with Rose Hurtley. Okay, so during the break, Monday Rush Hour, 800-848-9222. Okay, so during the break, I get this. She didn't say girls specifically, Diddy. You need to stop. Did I say something incorrect? Did I say something that wasn't factually correct? Why, if I did, I'll have to apologize. Let's listen to it again.
You know, I thought when I got to the second, I get to do things that I wanted to do to myself.
told her no, it's not his children.
I get up there.
Yeah. What happened?
I can't. You do the U-turn. Okay, I think I can.
Male dug up a video of Kamala Harris. And this, by the way, she was out hanging out with
She said she want the money from the lady, but I told her the lady don't pay me all in all. She pay like payment. She said I don't care. She's a tough cookie, you know. I'm not gonna give her money that I don't receive, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What if the lady will stop paying? Then I can stuck with the payment, you know my point? Yeah. Ray, say good afternoon, Mrs. MJ.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, everybody, on to the next one, I'm gonna go to the storage now. I'm gonna park my car in the storage, taking care of business, you know. I sent messages to the lady because she owed me like $540 more to meet her to get the money, the balance. She's not answering because she said she don't have cell phone, you know, reception. She's only work on Wi-Fi. And let me see what she's saying. Did you give her something to eat?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, see you later.
See you later.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Okay, babush.
Babushka. Babubush. I look like a babubush. Not a babubush. Are you babushka? Can you sing like Kate Bush little bit? Na, na, na. Na, 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 ni, ni, na. Wee, wa. Wee, wa. Wee, wa, wee, wa. You don't have to sing like Kate Bush.
Head southwest on 3rd Avenue toward East 16th Street. Head northeast on 3rd Avenue toward East 17th Street, then turn left onto East 17th Street. East 17th Street.
No, no.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Union Square East.
Rain, rain, go away. Come back in a little bit. What's up, Skinny? What's up? How you doing, everybody? How you doing?
Bring poll workers and interpreters for sites across
Who's in the
New York City.
building? Is
So,
anybody in the
sign up today and
building?
Help us make election day a
Taking
success.
care of
To get more
business.
information and apply online,
I need
visit
to take care of all my business.
Head southwest on 3rd Avenue toward East 15th Street. In 600 feet, turn right onto East 13th Street, Cornell Edwards Way.
Jewel of talk radio, heard worldwide in 173 countries and all
Shush, 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 shush.
WABC is committed to live and local radio 24 hours a day.
At the light, turn right onto East 13th Street, Cornell Edwards Way.
WABC can do for
Cornell
you and your
Edwards Way.
business. Call
Top.
929-552-7175 and advertise with 77 WABC.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential. But finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends great matches for you, and actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first
In 1,000
day.
feet, turn
That's
left
right,
onto Broadway.
the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
There's perspective. There's New York perspective.
Are you as offended as I am? Make deals with just anybody.
Talk Radio 77 WABC. This is Kim Commando's Digital Life Hack.
So you're eyeing the brand new iPhone 16, but what about your current phone? Selling it is a great way to offset the cost, but you have to do it the right way. I'm Kim Commando for Total AV, the award-winning antivirus software. It's just $19 right now at protectwithkim.com. If you're ready to sell your phone, remember to tie up the loose ends. First, back up your iPhone's data, photos, messages, everything. Then do a factory reset. Most would stop here and just sell the phone. The thing is, a factory reset does not completely...
Yep. I have to check something.
would, or like the commentator class does, taking apart the questions, and he should have said this, and they basically respond in a broader way. They take their bead on the personalities, on the people, and they read them not necessarily in an analytical way, but they just basically say, I think that guy's telling me the truth, I think that lady's telling me the truth, or in this case, she's lying, and she's coming across as a mean girl, making the faces, rolling her eyes, with the tone of voice all exasperating. And Trump, as I had said, stood up there like granite, and every sentence he said was true, and everything she said was a spin or a deceit. And I thought that the American public, you give them time, and they will interpret this correctly. And that is what you're seeing. The results of this poll, which
At the
took
light,
place September 17th,
head north on 4th Avenue toward East 14th
7
Street.
days after the debate, September 10th, Trump was the one who got a bump, and the public saw him as having won.
In 800
And
feet,
the
turn right onto East 16th Street.
Wow. All right. I thank you for that analysis. I could not have done that the way that you did it, even reading your remarks, so I'm glad you explained, and yes, you did predict it. Now, let me move on to the Keep Our Own Kids Safe segment. This letter that comes out today, well, it gave a witness a letter a month ago, and why it just looks like this old guy nut job put a letter in a box. Not a letter in a bottle, put a letter in a box. That the guy didn't read from it, and lo and behold, what does the letter say? Diana, are you buying this?
I have not studied it, but anything that's released has an agenda behind it, because they are stonewalling on every other detail of this event. So the fact that we're being told this tells you immediately, I think your instincts are correct. Anything they're releasing has an agenda behind it and a narrative behind it. And so you have to become skeptical.
Okay, rapid analysis. Trump branded unfit as 700 security officials back Kamala Harris. A group of former senior national security leaders have formally endorsed Democratic presidential nominee Kamala Harris, describing her opponent Donald Trump as impulsive, ill-informed, and unfit. The National Security Leaders for America released a statement.
Well, I have to tell you, this all started in the Clinton administration. They would come out with, 10 or 20 or so many experts say X, and we were all supposed to be all impressed with the experts saying X or the authorities saying X. And now no one has paid attention to any of these statements by 51 intelligence experts or whatever. So now they're up to 700. They're saying basically, okay, 50 isn't enough to convince people. What a 700? Count it to be 10 million. No, we won't. Absolutely no impact. It's become hilarious.
Kate Bush, stop yelling.
Okay, instant analysis. Whoopi Goldberg defended Janet Jackson over Kamala Harris' racial remarks. The View host Whoopi Goldberg and Alyssa Farrah Griffin defended Janet Jackson after recent backlash for comments she made about Vice President Kamala Harris during her interview with The Guardian. She was asked her stance and blah, blah, blah. She said, you know what they supposedly said? She's not black. That's what I heard. She's Indian. Her father's white. That's what I was told. I mean, I haven't watched the news in a few days because I'm an entertainer. I don't care what's on the news. Rhythm Nation. Look, anyway. They're defending her. I looked on Google to see if I could find what The View said about Donald Trump. I said, I couldn't even find it. It's nowhere.
Well, this Janet Jackson thing, I just saw the headlines as they ran by. She said what she said, and then she backtracked supposedly. But, I don't understand what the hubbub is on who said what in the entertainment world. It's like the experts. They say a lot of things, and they're not informed about a lot of things. So
Okay, next headline. Trump is at 48%. How could this be possible? But for widespread racism. My friend Ron Williams wrote this one.
Oh my goodness. Oh, poor Vaughn. He has TDS bad. It's really sad. He needs an intervention.
Head
He really
northeast on
does.
Park Avenue
But,
South toward
you know,
East
that is
24th
the
Street.
thing that mystifies so many on the left is because all they have is a caricature of lies about Donald Trump, and they can't imagine that there's an alternative source of information that basically is a more positive view of Trump, and they can't see why we don't hate him, and they keep trying to make us, and we're not.
Did you hear about the scandal with that black candidate running for office that CNN did?
Which one? There are a few right now.
Angela also Brooks, Democratic nominee for U.S. Senate. She improperly took advantage of tax breaks she didn't qualify for, including one meant for low-income senior citizens.
Oh my goodness.
In 800 feet,
Terrible.
turn
Well,
left onto
it's
East
not the
27th
first.
Street.
I mean, there's a series of very similar sounding Democrat politicians who have done exactly that. They take them up because they're used to basically seeing all money in America.
You're on the fastest route despite unusually heavy traffic. You will arrive at 4:59 p.m.
What Miss also Brooks is this is a real important Senate seat. This whole story's been buried. CNN broke it, but CNN broke the story on Mark Robinson. They've been running to town with that. This story, this woman took tax breaks that were meant for senior citizens, and they gave her an out in the story. She said, listen to this. She improperly claimed senior citizens tax breaks on her Washington property. She's got a bunch of properties, cutting the tax bill in half. Also, Brooks, 53, never qualified for that tax break, but her grandparents who owned the property before her likely did.
I think you could do a daily news story on Democrat politicians stealing money from the taxpayer. I think could be a regular. That is so uncommon. I don't even see why it makes
Head
it.
northeast on Park Avenue South toward East
Thank you,
26th
Princess. I
Street.
appreciate you.
Anytime, James. Love ya.
All right. The Whispers. I knew this as soon as I heard it. A birthday today for the twins. Walter
You are on
and
the fastest
Wallace
route
Scott.
despite unusually heavy
Twins
traffic.
in the
You will arrive at
Whispers.
5:09
This
p.m.
one went to number 2.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Park Avenue Tunnel.
The Whispers on bus service rush hour, checking in with the markets, and then your phone calls. Keep it right here. This is The Rush Hour with Bo Snerdley on 77 WABC. This is the 77 WABC Market Report.
Yep.
U.S. stocks opened higher Monday. The market looking to build on last week's momentum. In today's economic data, the Purchasing Managers Index from S&P Global showed faster price growth and slower private sector growth in September. Company-specific news, sales of the new iPhone 16 expected to set records. According to analysts at Wedbush, demand for the AI-powered Apple smartphone is strong, with initial sales tracking 8 to 10 million units ahead of the iPhone 16's record-breaking debut. Close to 500,000 GM pickup trucks and SUVs are being recalled due to issues with the low brake fluid warning system. The U.S. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration announced on Friday a software malfunction might prevent vehicles from displaying a warning light if brake fluid is low. The 3 biggest pharmacy benefit managers are being accused of artificially inflating insulin prices. The FCC says CVS Health's Caremark RX, Cigna's Express Scripts, and United Health Group's Optum RX created a system that puts importance on high rebates from drug manufacturers, leading to high list prices for insulin. That's the Market Report. I'm James Flippin.
Keep listening for more. This is the 77 WABC Market Report.
WABC.
Greg Kelly here with an urgent warning. Washington is coming for your savings to pay for their spending mistakes. That's why thousands of Americans like me are shielding their savings with gold. For a free 2024 gold guide that explains everything you need to know, go to colonialmetalsgroup.com/Kelly. colonialmetalsgroup.com/Kelly. Or call 800-655-5186. 800-655-5186 for your free gold guide and learn if you qualify for up to $7,500
What's up,
in free
people? What's
silver
up?
now.
How you
Following is a
doing?
paid political announcement. This November,
How you doing,
downtown
everybody?
victories are more important
Like, share, subscribe. Like, share,
Get
subscribe.
out and vote Republican
Happy
campaign.
Cast.
The purpose is to reach local
Like, share,
conservative and
subscribe.
Republican voters to drive them to vote and to vote down ballot on party lines. Get out and vote in this crucial election year. Vote down ballot on party lines. Get out and vote Republican.
I'm Mike Saffricone, candidate for U.S. Senate, and I approve this message.
Like, share, subscribe.
Resort living can be yours. With
Happy Cast.
361 days of sunshine when you live at the residences at 400 Central in St. Petersburg, Florida. Now under construction.
Lot of
Call
traffic.
727-205-8517.
Mucho tráfico. Like to go to the storage. Upper East Side. Manhattan Mini Storage.
In St. Petersburg, Florida. Go.
Manhattan Mini Storage coming up.
That's the number 400 Central.com.
Happy Cast.
Views and opinions expressed by the individual hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the policies or positions of WABC Radio, its management, or its sponsors.
James Golden, known popularly as Bo Snerdley.
This is The Rush Hour with Bo Snerdley.
Early birthday today for one of the icons, not of American music, but the music of the world. The one, the only.
Sound of the music.
Train. Saxophonist, band leader, composer. Among the most influential, acclaimed figures in the history of 20th century music. That's a little bit of Coltrane. John Coltrane here on Bo Snerdley's Rush Hour. Coming back to your calls right now.
James Golden, a.k.a. Bo Snerdley, presents Rapid Phones.
Let us start with Barbara in Newburgh, New York. How are you, Barbara?
Good, how are you?
Very well.
Thanks. So Kamala Harris said that I've never asked any juror if they're a Democrat or a Republican because she can't. That's against the law. Just like in human resources, there's certain questions you can't ask a candidate for a job. So that ad is bogus. And then the other thing I have, what about vetting all these people? Like the man, nobody vetted that guy in North Carolina, the new interim police commissioner in New York City.
Well, in North Carolina, he was vetted. This is not a new story. This story was fleshed out before, but CNN, now that he's running for governor, decided let's launch it again. He said he's going to take action against CNN. Let's see if that happens. And I'm not making any judgment. I don't know what happened here. But, you know, you raise a very, very good question. But this is not the first time that that story has surfaced. Thank you so much, Rick in Elmont. You're up next.
James, the Israelis heard the story about AOC exploding over the pager bomb story, and they said they're very sorry. They didn't mean to blow up AOC. If they wanted to blow up AOC, they would have put the C4 inside 14-inch vibrators.
Stop it. That's horrible. I'm not doing that kind of joke. Yuck. Terrible. Don't like it. Please don't do that. Now, as far as the AOC thing stands to go, by the way, since you mentioned that, two immigration stories really quick. Venezuelan gangs path to U.S. stokes fear. Crime and border politics. New York Times has figured out that this story about the Venezuelan gang is proven. Also, State Department released a travel advisory for Haiti. It was updated. It's 4 pages of an advisory. I'll go through that tomorrow. Let's go to Judith in Brooklyn, New York. You're next.
Hi, Jay.
Yes.
Okay, all right. You know why I bother calling? Because this election is so crucial. I don't have to tell you that. And the more I find out about someone who is running for president called Kamala, okay? And I talk about history, Kamala has her story, which is full of lies. She's like this revisionist. And the American people are foolish. They don't know anything about her because the media covers up on all of her negative truth.
I don't know whether Americans are clueless because Donald Trump is actually leading in a lot of key states. It's going to be a close election no matter what. That election is going to be, and this election is going to be driven by a lot of people, frankly, who have TDS. And they've been, for the last, I don't know, almost decade now, inundated with anti-Trump stories. So let's factor that in as well. John, in Long Island, you are up next. What's on your mind? John in Long Island?
One second, I'm taking you off speaker.
Oh, we're taking this off speaker. Okay, let's wait a second. Okay, now you on speaker?
What I wanted to say is, I had the opportunity the day that the second assassination attempt happened to follow the news very closely. On the radio, and then I just started digging online, and I was amazed at how much detail news outlets such as the Daily Beast, which is not really known for their.
Okay, gotta go. Rapid phones it is, folks. Silas in Staten Island, New York. You're up next. How are you, Silas?
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to say, I'll try to go too quick. There are some men in this world who are attracted to little girls. I'll put it at that. You know, it doesn't matter what they get in life. And as far as Kamala Harris, I don't really care who she is, whatever. Anybody voting for her at this point, we know enough about her, are going to vote for her anyway. There's really no smartening them up.
A lot of traffic because of the UN.
There you go. It's a fait accompli. Look, there's a small pocket of undecided voters out there, and that's what both parties are vying for. He's absolutely right about one thing, folks. You got to say, people know who Donald Trump is. A lot of people think they know who Kamala Harris is. Some people don't care, as long as she's not Trump. We got to go. May God bless and protect each and every single one of you, your families, your loved ones. Love and gratitude, my friends, for your being here with me and allowing me to be with you. God willing. We're back tomorrow for the Tuesday edition of Most Nobody's Rush Hour. Until then, I bid you adieu. Bye.
The 77 WABC Suffolk County Police Benevolent Association chime time is 4:59. Police officers are the thin blue line that stand between your family and the criminals that would do them harm. They are your neighbors, protecting your neighborhood. Support law enforcement and stand with the Suffolk County PBA. Go to SuffolkCountyPBA.org.
So much
This is New York's talk leader, the crown jewel of talk radio. WABC New York and 107.1 WLIR Hampton Bays. News first at 59 past the hour. 27 WABC News starts now.
It's 65 degrees, mostly cloudy on this Monday, September 23rd. Good afternoon. I'm Lisa Ritchie. President Biden is preparing to address the United Nations General Assembly on Tuesday. He has arrived in the city. Michael Kastner reports.
The annual meeting in New York will give the outgoing president a chance to outline his foreign policy. Experts expect the ongoing conflict in the Middle East to dominate sideline discussions. Vice President Harris will not be attending the UN gathering.
Mafia.
World leaders this week, including
World leader coming.
Vladimir Zelensky. I'm Michael Kastner.
Mayor Eric Adams is hosting a roundtable discussion today regarding anti-Semitism on CUNY campuses. There have been a number of incidents at city schools, making some students feel unsafe. Bronx Congressman Richie Torres and members of the CUNY Alliance for Inclusion are taking part in the discussions. There is yet another investigation involving top city officials. Liz Radavali has more.
On Saturday night, newly appointed Police Commissioner Tom Donlin confirmed that his home was searched by the FBI the day before. In a brief statement, he said that the items that were taken by the agents in the raid came into his possession 20 years ago. Sources say this is unrelated to the other investigations at City Hall. Donlin has been on the job for just over a week. I'm Liz Radavali for 77 WABC News. And New York City's Health Commissioner Ashwin Vasan is resigning by the end of this year. Vasan's resignation is not believed to be related to any investigations swirling around Mayor Adams' administration.
I have 3 small kids, all under the age of 11, and they need their dad. And so, this is my time to say I'm prioritizing you.
Vasan took over the post as the city's top doctor in March of 2022. He informed his staff of his decision to step down today. The Port of of New York and New Jersey is bracing for a possible strike. James Flippin has more.
It's the largest port on the East Coast and hasn't faced a union strike since 1977. Officials say they're preparing for a complete work stoppage by the International Longshoremen's Union, representing more than 85,000 port workers. The strike would shut down 36 ports nationwide. Close to half of all monthly U.S. imports should be affected, representing billions of dollars in trade. James Flippin for 77 WABC News.
And the White House says it will not invoke its legal powers to intervene. J.P. Morgan says the cost to the country if a strike happens would be roughly $5 billion a day. Police are investigating after a man was struck and killed by a tow truck that reportedly fled the scene on Monday. It happened at Broadwood Avenue and East 230th Street just after 12:30 this afternoon. The 64-year-old pedestrian was taken to Jacoby Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. In sports, local teams have the night off tonight. The Islanders came from behind to beat the Devils 4-2 in their preseason opener at Prudential Center. The Rangers opened the preseason with a 3-2 victory as well over the Boston Bruins at TD Garden. New York will continue its exhibition slate when it visits the Rangers Tuesday night at Madison Square Garden. Your forecast from the Ramsey Mazda Weather Center. Overnight tonight, mostly cloudy skies, a low of 61 degrees. Tomorrow looks mostly cloudy with a high around 70. Wednesday clouds, a few late day showers, and a high of 70 degrees as well. We have 65 degrees, mostly cloudy, outside of our Midtown studios right now. I'm Lisa Ritchie. Remember, the news never stops at WABCRadio.com.
Don't fight. Don't fight. Don't fight the fight. Who's in the building? Is anybody in the building? You're a nation. You're a nation. Nation schmation. You're a nation in session. You're a nation in session. It's gonna be a lot of shenanigans. Driving the wrong way, you believe it? So what? Shopping?
I was on 6 shows, and the fact is, she felt that ABC television, who handled the first debate, was an actor,
right? Yep.
Was taking care of her, and not going to crucify her, and only crucify was it Trump? Right. And she felt comfortable being on ABC TV.
3 on 1.
And she challenged Trump to be on CNN.
Right.
But she's going to feel comfortable that CNN is going to protect her.
Yeah, and she turned down Fox. That's the important thing too, John. She has it.
Here's my point. What is she going to do with the Chinese premier, the Russian premier, and Korean premier?
If she can't handle the Al Smith dinner, which is such an amazing dinner.
No, I avoid the UN building.
Tons of money.
Yes.
I avoid all this shenanigans.
Great point, Pete.
Manhattan.
Absolutely. And she can't handle that, and she can't handle a debate with somebody that's going to be fair, because I think Fox would have been fair to her. She wants it all to be 3-on-1 against Trump. And anything that she won't be a part of. What a sad state we're in, Pete.
Absolutely. And, getting back to 2016 Hillary and Donald Trump was great. I mean,
Yes.
giant fight down with Cardinals going.
It was fun. They were great.
I bought a big table to the Cardinal Center.
Yeah, and
I hate to tell you what I paid for that.
Can you get a refund for half of it?
I'm not a, you know, I donate to the Catholic Church, and I donate to tonight we have Rabbi Steyer honoring the Greek Archbishop of North America.
How beautiful.
And so there's been Christian Judeo, and right now I think Christian Judeo is under attack.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, this studio is at one great ecumenical council. Everyone's here.
I got Jews. You got Democrats. You have Democrats. Look who's coming into the studio.
Speaking of which, Peterson.
We have Senator Dan Sullivan.
And joining us now here on Captain Cosby is Senator Dan Sullivan from the great state of Alaska. Welcome here. By the way, I know you're in studio with us here in New York. You're here for UN Week.
Yes, Rita, John, it's always great to be on the show.
Oh my goodness.
Back in studio, we're honored to be here.
That's
Well, I'm glad
crazy.
you're in from Alaska. And that was a good purchase the United States made from Russia.
It was a great purchase. By the way, I know you're a great businessman, but that was 2 cents an acre. But I have the check in my office. It's a copy of the real check that we sent to the Russians. $7.2 million. Okay, that's some pretty good news. Yeah, very good.
And they put on that Trump by Greenland.
Trump by Greenland. I totally agree. Those are all been great, but think about 2 cents an acre in Alaska. Boy, we pay that one back.
You got it.
That was the deal. By the way, Senator, you wrote a really powerful Wall Street Journal op-ed, a real strong story about Iran, appeasement, and this presidency. Explain.
Yeah, look, this is, as I said in the Wall Street Journal this weekend, one of the hallmarks of the Biden-Harris administration is Iran. They've appeased Iran on everything. Let me give you a couple examples. First of all, energy, something we talk a lot about on this great program, but the Trump administration put massive
Shut the
sanctions
jack.
on Iran by the
Keep
end
right
of the
to
Trump
continue on Park
administration.
Avenue.
Iran had about $4 billion in foreign reserves, which is not
Shut
much
the
at
jacket
all.
off.
Wasn't exporting hardly anything.
On to the
Biden
next
comes in with no explanation, essentially doesn't enforce the Trump sanctions. The Iranians, what the Houthis
Toward East
do
34th
with
Street.
our Navy warships, Iranian spy ships are given the Houthis targeting information to sink our Navy warships, kill sailors and Marines, and we don't sink those the Iranian spy ships. That's crazy.
And a couple of hours ago, Iran made a statement that they're going to continue doing supporting the Hezbollah. I mean, but enough is enough. Nobody's blaming Iran, and it's Iran. It's their fault for all those terrorists.
You are, John, you are 100% right. Iran is the agent of chaos through the Middle East. Everything that's happening bad in the Middle East right now, you can trace back to Iran. And have you ever heard President Biden or Vice President Harris even say this? No. And compared to the Trump administration that went after Iran, put massive sanctions on them, killed their number one terrorist, General Soleimani, and then launched a peace initiative with the Arab allies that we have in the region with the Abraham Accords. That was working. Appeasement doesn't work, and that's the hallmark of Biden and Harris. And by the way, Kamala Harris will even be worse when it comes to appeasement.
Understand that Kamala Harris
Let's take
is
East
not
48.
As it relates to the Catholic Church here, and who the heck knows why, but it's not a good move. It doesn't send the right signal.
Well, I think that Kamala probably, Vice President Harris, I'll address about it properly, doesn't want to go head on with President Trump at a dinner.
That's probably smart.
Let's go.
I agree. Anything else you want to talk? Anything else you want to talk about?
And also Russia, too. Russian incursions in Alaska. That's made lots of headlines.
Look, the world's in chaos because of Biden weakness. We've seen that.
We're all set.
His
Let's
weakness,
go.
particularly the botched
Estimated
withdrawal
time in
from
traffic,
Afghanistan,
18 minutes.
unleashed chaos. All the authoritarians started working together, but in my great state, you can see what's happening. The Russians and the Chinese are in the air off Alaska, are in the oceans off Alaska, are in the submarine areas off Alaska. I mean, we've had so many, it doesn't make a lot of news down here in the lower 48. We've had so many incursions by the Russians and Chinese in our airspace this summer and in our waterways. And it's just the authoritarian aggression that I think the weakness of the Biden administration cutting defense spending. This is why we need President Trump in office. But it's Biden-Harris weakness, and we're seeing it. Alaska's on the front lines, and we're seeing it. We've seen it all summer.
Well, thank you so much. Anything else you want to tell the American people? You're in New York.
Turn right on East 34th Street. Turn right onto East 36th Street.
I want to tell you about in New York. If you need a great vacation from New York, come on up to the great state of Alaska and visit us. You will have the time of your life. Guaranteed. You have an invitation from the senator from Alaska. Come on up and see us in Alaska.
Look forward to it. Thank you so much, Senator.
Thanks,
you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Senator. Great to have you here in studio. How awesome.
Yeah. And you have to, you have to run to the UN now.
Yeah, boy, what a busy week. Yeah, what a busy. What did you think, his point especially about Iran, this whole appeasement, and tomorrow we're going to hear from the leader of Iran.
The answer is appeasement never works. It always escalates. Because they take one victory and they keep moving and moving and moving. Appeasement in the 1930s, you know the result of that. A bigger war could have stopped it earlier. Now, Ukraine, perfect example. Obama let him gobble up a piece of Ukraine.
We found a faster route via Park Avenue and East 41st Street, which saves 4 minutes. If you prefer to stay on the current route, tap nothing. Head northeast on Park Avenue toward East 34th Street.
Yeah, who do you think? Who do you think, John? You talked about some of this.
But I don't know. Yeah. But I was always sitting here this morning.
In a quarter mile,
Delivery.
right to stay on Park Avenue. Turn right on East 34th Street. In 900 feet.
Who's the real speaker? And still
Delivery.
Influenced President Biden to vamoose.
Yeah,
that's a nice word, influence.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. We can do it the nice way. By the way, I also want to tease. We're going to have Bill O'Reilly coming up later on.
Breaking news, baby. Breaking news.
Early though, because I got the Rabbi Schneider's dinner. There's some breaking news, and Peter Solomon of
John Solomon.
Breaking news, WABC.
And joining us now with some big breaking news is John Solomon with Just the News. John, you have some big developments on non-citizens voter rolls. Go ahead.
Yeah, listen, when the Congress is trying to pass the SAVE Act, Democrats across the board said there's no non-citizen voting problem. Well, there is. A month ago, actually just 2 weeks ago, the Justice Department charged an illegal immigrant with voting in multiple elections not being detected today. Iowa charged a non-citizen for voting in elections in the past summer. And perhaps most disturbing of all, we work with several voter groups to obtain the motor voter registration documents in several states, about 7 or 8 states. But they show hundreds of times a foreigner applied lawfully for a driver's license and properly checked, he or she properly checks, I'm a non-citizen, I'm not eligible to vote, and still state election officials in Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Arizona, in California, in Illinois,
Yeah. Don't block the box. Don't block the box. Why they block the box? Mashiach. Cops. Schmucks. Cops. Blocking the box. What's up with that? Don't block the box. They have officer cops. They don't do their job. Exactly. Talking.
Turn right on East 38th Street.
The other problem in Arizona, we have 98,000, 78,000, I forget the number. Certified, they're non-citizens that are voting. Arizona
on the Supreme Court has said, yeah, you can vote. I mean, what the heck is going on?
Well, there's another example where election officials were allowed to go onto the rolls, people who had not completed their citizenship check. And under Arizona law, it is legally required that you declare your citizenship and prove it before you get to vote. 98,000 plus Arizonans didn't do that, and they still got on the rolls. And now, because it's so late, the Arizona Supreme Court decided, well, we're going to let them vote this time, and we'll clean it up next time. Arizona is a hot mess.
But if it's only 20,000 votes difference for who wins and who loses, I mean, if it's a million votes difference, I don't, nobody cares about 98,000. But it's only 98,000, and last time the difference was 20,000.
Yeah, less than 20,000. Yeah, no, it's really very disturbing to people all across the country.
I hope the Trump lawyers are smart enough. They got to go for an emergency thing in the Supreme Court.
Yeah, I think you're going to see it go to the federal court system. That is something we've been asking for the last 24, 40 hours. Will the RNC Trump campaign go there? But it is mind-boggling. We pay election officials to prepare for one event a year, and it seems in many states they're having difficulty doing the basic blocking and tackling, checking citizenship records, making sure when someone says they're not a citizen, they don't get on the voter rolls. Very troubling system for the greatest democracy and constitutional republic man and woman have ever created.
We are in danger of losing our democracy if they do stupid things like that, which is against the Constitution of the United States.
It's against the law.
Rita?
Yeah, you know what, before we let you go, John, just about a minute left. Other big stuff. Today, we saw the guy in court, Richard Rouse. He's the guy, the would-be assassin there in Florida against President Trump. Also, all this stuff came out about him. And when are we going to find out what really happened there? And also, what about also Butler, Pennsylvania? There are so many questions. You have some great reporting on both.
Yeah, listen, we still don't know what are those encrypted messages that were encrypted accounts overseas. Why was a 20-year-old kid in Pennsylvania talking to people overseas on encrypted accounts? We don't know the answer still 4 months later, 3 months later. But we do know one thing now. We know for sure that Ryan Ruth, the man who was found with a gun waiting for President Trump to golf on a hole in the golf course, he did write a letter a couple of months ago saying he was going to assassinate President Trump, and also apologizing, suggesting he may have failed at it already. A lot of people wondering, was he talking about the future effort that we believe occurred 2 Sundays ago? Or did he try one other time and we didn't even get it detected, didn't know about it? A lot of people asking those questions today, including President Trump, who just a little bit ago wailed on the FBI, saying they are making this they're going too easy on this guy, and maybe it's time to move the case to Florida State Court because the feds aren't serious about it.
Yeah, absolutely. John Solomon, thank you so much. Great stuff. Thank you.
Good to be with you guys.
All right, we're back. That John Solomon is one smart guy.
Yeah, interesting stuff.
Let me tell you, we got a lot of Bill O'Reilly's at the end. We got Miranda Devine at 5:34. Give us an update of what's going on in Olo. Oh my God, the problem's going on.
There's so much.
And what do we have next? We got to take a break now?
No, we have KT McFarland joining us right now. Yep, former Deputy National Security Advisor under President Trump. KT, let's start with this big news that came out a little bit ago. The Pentagon saying that...
Ask me about it. I walked today morning. We were standing like about half an hour on the same place. So I walked down from 5th Avenue, Fifth Avenue to here.
Yeah. So tell her she's there. Can I talk to? Because I'm gonna supposed to give her money. I have the money ready, but I can't come there. Can I?
I will let her know.
Can I talk to her, or she's busy?
She is giving information.
And she don't know.
She will let you know what to do.
Option how to get it. I can do. You tell me which way you like, and I'll transfer to you. You know what I mean?
No, but she is the one who needs to decide.
No, I know,
Give
but
you the information if she decides to get it over the phone.
yeah, but it make it easier for me and you. Okay. So I'll
no
tell her to call me. I'm not coming today because it's too crazy. Okay, take care.
All right.
Bye. And forget about it.
In 400 feet, turn right on Lexington Avenue. Right onto East 41st Street.
I think it was just one.
Head southeast on East 38th Street toward Lexington Avenue.
Yeah, too crazy. But too loco. Muito loco.
Turn right on Lexington Avenue.
Change plan, not going to the storage. Too much traffic. Mucho tráfico. Goddamn UN. Goddamn UN cause a lot of problems.
In half a mile, turn right on East 25th Street.
Viva, viva, viva. Because I need to be home by 6. My baby Aya waiting for me to be home by 6. If no, she gonna charge me late fee. What are you talking about? She's gonna charge me late fee. I don't wanna pay late fee. Shiva University. Torah. Shiva University. Shiva University. Do you know Shiva University?
In 1,000 feet, turn right on East 25th Street. Turn right on East 25th Street.
Yep.
In 900 feet, turn right on East 21st Street.
TD Bank. I need Wells Fargo Bank.
Turn right on East 21st Street.
TD Bank.
You're literally turning the party over to the American version of Hamas with AOC. All these other Looney Tunes. I mean, they are really sick people, and they're imbeciles. I mean, AOC is just, if you listen to her for more than 5 minutes, you know, she might be good at marketing herself.
She's a good bartender.
He said, you know, listen, we both are proud graduates of Yorktown Heights High School, just so you know. Full disclosure.
Sorry, I'm not going to say I lost a lot of
Best
money
to go home and relax.
Heights supermarket.
Yeah, listen, I haven't, you know, I don't go back much. That's
Best
my
is to
hometown.
go home and relax.
And by the way, they're glad not to see this.
That's craziness.
This is all the trouble I used to cause when I was a kid. But, you know,
I will just say that this is a person that, you know, AOC is, I mean, AOC deserves a bigger, like, a sort of deep dive into, like, who she is. Because I know from Yorktown, she didn't go by AOC, Sandy Ocasio-Cortez. She was Sandy Cortez for many years.
Oh, very interesting. Very. We'll have to look into Sandy Cortez.
In state of Illinois, Barack Obama was Barry Obama.
I the same thing, you know.
Charlie, a big question. I understand that, and he's a good friend. Brian Moynihan, the CEO of Bank of America, is going on the Brown board, or Brown, becoming Chancellor of the Brown. Chancellor Brown board. Which that means he's going to be Emperor of Brown.
Well, he's not my good friend, just so you know.
Okay.
He's your good friend.
Well,
okay, but,
we all have... now, why is he doing that? Because I haven't talked to him in a month or so. Why is he doing that? And they're going to vote. They have a $6 billion fund, and they're going to vote if they should cut out Israel.
Yeah, it's one of the most... Listen, if you read my book, Go Woke, Go Broke, you'll know, and I basically devote a chunk of it to corporate wokeness as it applies to Wall Street, including Bank of America. He's maybe among the most woke CEOs around there. I mean, you know, he opposed a North Carolina law that prevented, you know, many...
Yeah, you need the keys for only if you got the keys.
Just go through the book. He encouraged his employees in Charlotte to take a 21-day racial equity challenge to weed out their inherent racism and white fragility. And then he takes his job as chancellor right when he knows they're going to vote to divest from Israel. And it caused one board member to quit, which is probably what he should do if he had half a brain and, you know, any sort of conscience. I mean, just think what they're doing. They are legitimizing the complete nonsensical claim of a bunch of radical
Manhattan.
They agreed to put this up to a vote. So they basically negotiated with terrorists. Put this up for a vote if the radicals stop their anti-Israel protesting and encampments. So we put something stupid up to a vote. Let's you know, I mean, it's hard to get my arms around because it's so dumb. They were up to a vote that I best from Israel, because Israel defended itself against one of the worst terrorist attacks ever, killing more than 1,000 people, and you know, and now we're gonna to the lunatics who think that's justified. Let's put up to a vote. And by the way, me as the head of the second biggest bank, I'm gonna be chairing that.
I know him. He's a decent guy. He's from Boston originally, which makes him a little bit left. And I hope he makes the right decision on Israel.
I don't think he is. I think he's an imbecile for taking this up. There's one guy, John.
Yeah, we just have a few seconds left, Charlie. Go ahead.
One guy on the board said, said I'm not going to be part of this. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, it's so crazy. Well, keep us posted, Charlie, please. We love having you on. Charlie Gasparino, thank you. Charlie, go woke, go broke. Thank you very much.
Well, right now, Rita, why don't you give us the hot news of the day?
Top news of the day, sponsored by Goya. Here's Rita Cosby.
And here are some of the biggest headlines. President Biden is in Manhattan along with
President Biden, Manhattan.
General
What the
Assembly.
F?
New Yorkers are
That's
dealing with big road closures and also frozen zones. Also, former President Trump will be in Pennsylvania today for a policy roundtable before holding a rally. Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris doesn't have any public events planned today, but plans to visit swing states later this week. And also, a federal judge is denying bond for the suspect in an apparent assassination attempt on former President Trump at the golf course there in Florida. The suspect appeared in West Palm Beach federal court this morning, with the judge ordering him to be remained in jail pending trial. And those are the big headlines of the week, everybody.
There are black beans, and then there are Goya black beans. Whole, plump, delicious, and loved by all kinds of chefs. The professional chefs at Chef's Best love them so much, they awarded our beans their excellence award. At home,
Chef.
love them so much,
Biden in Manhattan, UN. completely shenanigans. Completely. Everything completely
Find
closed.
that in the Goya
Forget
section of
about
your
it.
local grocery store. If it's Goya, it has to be good.
Go has to be WABC.
77 WABC, Suffolk County Police Benevolent Association. Time is 5:39.
Back the blue. Visit SuffolkPBA.org or visit the Suffolk PBA social media pages to learn about public safety issues and heroic actions of Suffolk PBA members. They are your neighbors, protecting your neighborhood. Faztech Industries helps with all your construction, demolition, and weekly waste removal in all 5 boroughs of New York and every corner of New Jersey. Faztech is the #1 provider of recycled products and the #1 provider of roll-off containers. Call Joe C. at 718-494-1600, 718-494-1600. A DeFazio Company. WABC, Traffic and Transit.
Well, the UN General Assembly is in session this whole week, so expect road closures and frozen zones, especially on the east side from the 30s to the 50s. North on the Sawmill right now at Farragut Parkway, there's a crash. Also in Jersey, Route 46 tangled up both ways.
Delivery.
There's an accident closing the left lane.
It's getting cold out. I need a long sleeve shirt.
W Bridge heavy, and there are delays on the E, F, M, and R trains. That was primarily a broken rail near Forest Hill. WABC traffic is sponsored by Benjamin Steakhouse.
Turn left on 7th Avenue.
Experience sizzling,
WABC.
mouth-watering, dry-aged steaks in a luxurious atmosphere at Benjamin Steakhouse in Midtown Manhattan and Westchester County. Indulge in their special tomahawk steaks and creamless cream spinach. Visit BenjaminSteakhouse.com to check out their delicious menu. Listen to Talk Radio 77 WABC on your Echo device. Tell Alexa to play 77 WABC.
77 WABC.
You're commuting home with Katz and Cosby. Now here's John Catsimatidis and Rita Cosby on 77 WABC.
And we are back here on Guess and Cosby. John is running off to a big event, of course, tied to the UN. We continue now here with Peter
No
King,
coffin, Lambo.
the great former congressman from New York, and we bring in Miranda Devine. Miranda, your column is so spot on. Who exactly is running the country? Certainly, it appears to be Jill Biden. And then in that last cabinet meeting, it sure looks that way. And what does that mean for American leadership, not just here but abroad too? My goodness.
Oh, it's just insane, and I have to apologise to you for the noise, but like everyone else in New York, I got caught in the traffic and couldn't get to a quiet place. But yeah, look, I don't know, I don't actually think it's Jill Biden who's running the country, but it's certainly not Joe Biden. You just have to look at his just declining cognitive ability. The other day, he was supposed to be introducing the Indian Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, and he forgot what he was doing. I mean, how hard is it to keep the name of the person that you're spending the weekend with in your head when you're up there on stage to introduce somebody, just there shouting, "Who's on next?" And anyway, I mean, it's just embarrassing. It's very dangerous, I think, for the world to see how feeble our president is. And then, of course, on Friday, you had Jill Biden shows up in the cabinet meeting, the first one that Joe Biden has held for 11 months. And she's presiding at the head of the table and, talking about her pet project, whatever it is. And, everyone around the cabinet table is supposed to applaud her afterwards. It is absolutely ridiculous.
You know what was frightening, Miranda, because I was watching that when it happened
Thank
live.
you, everybody.
And it was like Joe
See you
Biden
tomorrow.
could barely
Peace and
get
love.
the
Peace
words
and
out.
love.
I mean, a lot of people were obviously very
Thank you,
critical of his
everybody. We're gonna
performance
bail
in the
out.
debate. To me, it looked like he really
the
has
time for one
sadly
tomato.
degraded. I say sadly, for
See
America.
you tomorrow.
Too,
Peace and love. Peace and love. Thank you for your cooperation. Thank you very, very much for your
In 700
cooperation.
feet, turn left
See
on
you
West
mañana.
18th Street.
Peace and love. Peace and love. This is the one tomato place. Okay. Thank you for your cooperation. See you tomorrow.